Hi, today we're going to be talking about the name card method, and this comes from the book Teaching Gifted Kids in Today's Classroom by Susan Weinbrenner. Now, the name card strategy allows every student to answer and provides gifted students the opportunity to work with their intellectual peers. You're going to write the names of all of the students on a note card. I use this bucket right here when I'm doing it, and I've just used simple note cards that I have here, and all of the students' names are on those. And then I simply place them inside the bucket. The students like this method because they never know when their name is going to be called. Explain to the students that when you use the cards, you're going to give them a short period of time to share their answer with their partner, and then you're going to call in someone randomly. And I recommend that you call in several people randomly just to keep that level of excitement up. You're going to ask open-ended questions and then give them a short time to think and then under a minute to talk. It's like the think, pair, share strategy. They'll think, they might jot down some of their answers, and then they're going to pair and talk to a buddy. Here's where you want to make sure that your gifted students are paired with intellectual peers, and this will give them an opportunity to answer those questions so they're not going to blurt out in your classroom like they have a tendency to, and they'll be able to have some conversations with people that are more at their level, so there's going to be higher level thinking skills there. Once the time is passed, you're going to pull a card, and then you're going to have a signal that lets your students know that it is time for you to call on a student. Let them know that if they're called on, they have to give an answer. They can give their answer or their buddy's answer, but they have to give an answer. And you as a teacher, you can have them, if they'd like to ask their buddy for some help, they can, but you're not going to call on other people in the class to answer. You're going to just have them go to their buddy. But you can call on others, so you can thank them for their response and then move on to the next response. And if it's the same response, that's fine, just so you can keep that level of engagement high and allow several different people to answer. Once you've pulled the card, make sure that you put that name back in the bucket. This way, every student has an equal chance of being called, and every student is engaged in the learning because they never know when you're going to call on them. Again, you want to stay with the students until you get that response, and sometimes that's 10 seconds or so, and sometimes you have to coach them to get the right answer. So you can ask some probing questions, give them two different answers that they can choose from, or ask their buddy to help them out. You want to call in several students, like I mentioned before, to give that correct opportunity and to give more people an opportunity to answer. And again, you can pose two questions, and then one question can be at a higher level and another question can be at a lower level. So if you have students who are gifted in your classroom, you can have two different questions that are up on the board or that you throw out and allow the students to choose. The students who are at the higher level hopefully will choose those higher order thinking skill questions, and it just probes their thinking and challenges them a bit. Let them know they're challenge questions and that those are the kinds of questions that you expect those students to answer. If you want to use technology, I recommend checking out the random name picker from classtools.net. It randomly chooses a student in your class, and the kids love the suspense and music. You can put the names onto a specific wheel and you'll just press spin, and once you do that, there's some music and then it says yay, and it gives you the student that's chosen. You can keep those students on that and use that name picker time after time. Once you've put the names on once, you don't have to put them on again. I have a link inside of the notes inside of YouTube so that you can see how the name picker is used. I hope this was helpful for you and that you try the name technique in your classroom. Bye for now.